Good evening, Hugh.
Right, good evening, guys. Welcome. Mal has just arrived. Steve has just arrived in the building. And we're all good to go, so you can give us a sound check, guys. Steve's coming in loud and clear to me. Let me know how he is to yourselves.
Everybody hear me okay?
That's good. At least miasma's here and everything okay. Nobody else is. Oh, there's another one. Right, well, let's cut to the chase. If this match is anything like Mal's last match against Spectre Dawn, then it's all going to go downhill from the lag, because Spectre Dawn won the lag, broke off, scratched, and then it just got worse from there on in, and by 39 minutes later he was packing his bags and going home. He never got into the game at all. So let's hope, for the sake of us and the rest of the viewers, that we have a match tonight, because we certainly didn't the other night. As Steve found out to his cost when he decided to drop in where he thought might be the middle of the match, and he arrived and the thing was all over.
Yeah, that was a little surprising. I think this match is going to be a lot closer. Cobra's really solid, plays really smart. I would give Mal a slight edge in this match, mainly because I think his gear is a little higher. Given everything being equal, they both play good. They both don't make too many mistakes. I think Mal has a slight edge. But it's not enough where this is anything guaranteed. It's a very slight edge. I expect this to be a pretty close match.
Well, I still think a race to 13 is way too short. That's me and my own idea. I had an idea that the winner's side would be raced to 31 and the loser would be raced to 21. And all of a sudden, when you're 3 or 4-0 down in a race to 13 is way, way too short for these guys. It's a hard road to get back into it. But we'll see how it goes.
The shorter the race, definitely the easier it is for the lesser player to pull off a win.
Well, here we go. We're going to lag off. And I think that's Mal in the bottom. Is that right? As I'm looking at this. Well, whoever that was in the top, well, that was Cobra, so it was right enough. So Cobra's won the lag. And off we go.
Well, I heard Spectre Dawn did not break good in the match against Mal.
He didn't do a lot good at all, I'm afraid. Mind you, you had to be quick to see what he actually did, because it just didn't last long. He had a couple of weird shots during the match, but I think he was getting more frustrated more than anything else. But as you say, Cobra's a bit more. I see, the one thing I questioned is whether Spectre Dawn would, because Mal likes to play at a pace, You know, you've got to use all
I'm not
the.
sure what he's.
Well,
Wow.
that's a good shot.
I guess he was going to play the 9-ball. I guess that's what he was planning on doing, is playing the 9-ball. Because otherwise he could have just run into the 9-ball, shooting that 1 to shoot and then shoot the 2.
That 2's tight.
I mean, at this point, he doesn't have any choice but to play the 9-ball, maybe. Well, I guess the 2-ball goes. I didn't realize it did, but it does go. But this is a good chance just to play the 9, I think. Yeah,
Little billiard.
just like that.
Little billiard. Yeah, what was I saying there? I've lost track of what I was saying. I was going off in a ramble. I forget what I was going to say. Anyway, first blood to Cobra. With the break, that was. So welcome to all the latecomers. This is the semi-final match between Cobra, and that's a 9-ball in the break. What a bonus. Everything's just happening too quickly here already.
Well, 2 cheap ones right out of the gate for Cobra.
And there's a cross ball into the middle pocket. 6-ball this time. On the 1, and it's 3-0. I'm giving him this one.
Yeah, you would think that he could deal with this table. Not quite sure what he's doing. There we go. Yeah, he should be out here.
Well, this is a little bit, even early on, it's just a little bit like deja vu from the Spectre Dawn match with Mal, but this time it's the other way around.
Now, if you get on this 4 at the right angle, you can just roll down. Just hit it, do nothing with the cue ball, and roll down in between that 9 and 5 and come off, bounce off the end rail gently, which is, I think, what he wants to do. So he just needs to draw this ball back. Maybe just a skosh.
I can see.
You know what? He could probably stop it there. I'd probably pull it back a couple inches, but he could probably stop it right there.
Well, I can see where this will go wrong. If he gets it wrong between the 9 and the 5 and hooks himself.
Well, but that, yeah, I mean, that's,
you know, half an ounce, a touch too heavy, and he could get himself in trouble. What sort of line has he got here? Well,
yeah,
he's going to roll it. He's going to roll it.
Shooting a 4 on the side and just hit the ball at an angle so the cue ball can just roll down between that 5-9. This is like tougher. He got away with it, but
yeah, I don't think I would have liked it that narrow side of the 5 myself. I would have tried to get to the middle of them.
well, the reason I liked the middle is you could just play it so that the speed was even if you're down against the rail frozen, you were fine on that 5-ball.
So, it looks like round behind the 9 onto the 8. Any guys that have joined us late, Cobra won the lag. He had a little billiard shot onto the 9 in the first rack, then he broke in the second rack and he had a 9-ball in the break, and this is where we are in rack 3, so you're all up to date. Well, Cobra couldn't ask for a better start. Pressures immediately on Mal.
Any pressure here, yeah. I mean, this would be the time when he does get to the table and he's looking at some kind of deficit. Maybe he'll feel a little pressure.
Well, you're going to get properly tested in big tournaments, especially when you get to the business end. Questions are going to get asked of you. You might not have been asked many of them during the tournament, but when you get to this stage, you've got to dish it up. And here's his chance. It looks dry to me.
Yep.
And
this is a little tricky getting on this 2-ball because Where that 5 is makes it really difficult.
Yeah, he's got to try and get out of here clean. He's going to be able to do that, I think. Maybe not, looking at that.
He's gonna have to come off the 7 ball here, which is gonna make it a little harder to control the cue ball.
Well, he's played that well. Has he found a gap? Has he gone far enough? No, he hasn't.
That's what made that tricky, is that 7 ball there. It's hard to control the speed off that.
Now, how's his luck? That looks reasonably good. I say
That was
reasonable.
a well played shot there. Yeah. That's how you want to kick safe with that sort of ball, is just kick it and plant the cue ball like that. You got to hit it real square, and you have to hit it hard enough that the cue ball is sliding when it hits the object ball.
So Cobra looking for the edge.
Well, the good thing here is that all he really has to do is make the ball, and chances are he's going to have a shot on the 4 ball.
Oh, where's the cue ball? Oh. Well, he's got plenty of room to come around behind the 6. Well, he's staring at 4-0 here right now.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. I mean, Mal had one chance at the table. It was a very tough situation, and he played it pretty well, but ended up getting snookered, and then he hit a good kick safe, and, you know, Cobra was able to make a jump shot. So Mal hasn't made a mistake yet, and he's probably going to be down 4-0 here.
Oh, he's a bit straight in this 5. I thought he was thinking about the rail first there to try and create the angle a bit more, but he's going for the draw, trying to get lucky here, and that's the problem with the draw shot like that, and he's probably going to get away with it.
Yeah, I like forward on that 5 ball. But what he did looks like it's going to work. Got to watch out for the scratch here off this 8 ball.
Yep. In fact, he may well, I think he's looking at it, but he may well draw off it just to make sure he avoids anything like that, and that's why he's missed it.
And he pooched it.
Big miss there.
Well, I think he shot the right shot. He just missed it.
Well, it really should have been 4-0. He got himself way too straight in that 5 ball, and that's where things started to go wrong. Once you get out of line in that one shot, recovering it is always difficult.
Yeah, and you never want to give a good player a sniff of any kind of hope, and he just got a big nose full of that, because should have been 4-0. Now it's 3-1 with Mal breaking, and that was a big mistake there.
Oh, this is going to be awkward. Now, what does he do? Does he play the push, or does he go all out for this jump?
Well, if he's confident he can just stop the ball, the jump shot's not a bad option. You know, if you're not confident, or you're going to get that cue ball, might be better to push. Looks like he's going to jump it.
Well,
it's not bad. It's just now it's tricky to get on this 3 ball.
Well, he might get.
He really needs to hit the back of the 4 ball, I think.
Yeah, it looks a good line to run into the 4 or something to happen, but well, he's played the bank.
I'm not sure how wonderful that is. I mean, this 3 ball will go in the side pocket, but it's very tight. Or he could play the bank again. I mean, the bank is on. He can cross side bank this.
Oh, I think he's playing it aside. Yeah.
Yep, hit it good.
Cobra might have been thinking himself there when he was at the table. You know,
Watch out.
Oh dear. Well, that wasn't my fault this time. I never cursed him. I was thinking about Cobra thinking he was 4-0 up, and then all of a sudden it was going to be 3-2, but now all of a sudden Mal's dug a hole for himself.
I'm not sure if he just overstroked that or what. He may have been trying to stop short of that 9-ball. If he's trying to go behind those, you would have thought he'd put some more speed on it.
Well, this looks fairly easy to me. Where can this go wrong?
Well, other than doing something silly, it can't.
See, I would just go straight through in this and off the short rail and up into the middle of the table. That'll do it. Just again go forward and down the left side as we look.
Yep.
Give you a good sight at the 9. Get past that middle pocket and you're always good in the 9. Don't go in the middle pocket. Oh.
Trying to give it back there.
Well, it is 4-1. So, Mal is being asked a question. Of course, this is a rematch from earlier in the tournament where Cobra met Mal and beat him by 19 racks to 16 to send Mal into the one-loss side. So now it's his chance for revenge. Ball in the break. Half a shot in the 1, not a great one, and a narrow window to get onto this too, unless Cobra, I don't know whether he wants to come down the table and then up the table, or just try and find that gap, because the angle's not good. Oh, that's not a good line. Let's try a better one than that. The angle's not good to get to there, into that gap, but that's what he's, well, I presume that's what he tried. He's missed the pot.
Yeah, I mean, he's made a couple mistakes here in execution. I mean, that was a fine way to play it. Nothing wrong with it, but
yeah, he got on the 2.
probably gonna just run into the 8-ball here. I mean, that's a simple thing to do.
Not go behind it though, like don't go behind it like that, Steve. Your idea was good in principle, but not good with the execution. Unfortunately,
well, as a player, you've got to decide. You know, if you're going to decide that you're going to run up to that 8-ball, you've got to hit it with enough speed to bump it, because otherwise you have the chance of doing this. I mean, you know, where that 8-ball was positioned, it was natural, just that it's going to roll around right into that 8-ball, and, you know, he just didn't hit it with enough speed.
Yeah. Well, Cobra has, as I say, he's got out of jail in this one. Mal scratches from the kick on the 3, ball in hand, and just going to have to maybe err on the safety side here in this 4-ball and just leave it reasonably high rather than dicing with the 9-ball. Just stop it where the 3 is.
Yeah, that was a real mental mistake there by Mal, not hitting that ball with more speed.
I tell you, he almost got himself in trouble there. Excuse me. So any latecomers, the winner of this match, will go through to play real pulling power stub in the final in a race to 25, and of course that match is still to be arranged, but it will be sometime during the week.
M. Bibbs says Mal's cue ball control is normally so precise. And I don't think the cue ball control is a problem as much as the decision to hit at that speed. If you're going to bump a ball, you've got to make sure you bump it.
So 5-1 Cobra with the break. And of course, again, it's the obvious thing. I mean, you can't get back into this match with this setup with winner breaks without the aid of your opponent. Not only that, when you get that aid from your opponent, you have to take every advantage of it and make the most of it. And it's a tall order, trailing 5-1 to Cobra. It's cue ball. Oh well, there's the commentator curse worked again. Mal's...
Yeah, no, this is a very simple table. I mean, Mal just needs to do his ding, 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 ding. You know.
Yeah, I could run
here.
this table, no problem. I could run this. This is easy.
You got to be a little careful on this 3 to 4. Those kind of balls that are extended from the side pocket, if you get on them in the wrong angle, all of a sudden things get difficult. Like, he's a little funny here, so he's going to have to do something.
Now, you play it with inside and come out. He's leaving himself a wee bit.
Yeah, but he's okay. I mean, that was a good play.
5 goes into the middle. Not a problem, as long as you get reasonably good on it. You might even leave it long.
Yeah, that's another one of these balls. You get a little funny angle and all of a sudden get on the 7 stuff.
Yeah, now he is.
Just like that.
He's going to have to run up and down. And he needs to be careful with this. If he puts a bit of inside in this, he could run into the 7 if he gets too much on it, if he tries that. But he's going to go the long way.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play.
Yeah. Because, you know, the tendency is you want to put a little bit of inside left to try and bring the cue ball towards the rail, and the worst thing that will happen is you run into the 7 and end up in trouble. So he played the safe route, and now it's all easy.
Yeah, well, it happened twice. Those balls extended from the side pocket. I'll give everybody watching a little tip that'll help your 8-ball game. Most people think those balls are easy balls and they can pick them off later in the rack. If you're playing 8-ball, you want to get rid of balls extended from the side pocket like that are a foot to 2 feet from the side pocket, because those balls are danger balls, because it doesn't take much to get in a situation where you're not going to be able to get on the next ball easily.
Yeah, if you're not good in those sort of balls, you end up having to put things on the cue ball and let the cue ball run, and you can get in trouble.
Well, there's a bad safety.
Mm-hmm.
You bumped that 5-ball with the 1 and just sold out. And this is a pretty easy table. I mean, the 6-ball is the only issue. And
now, if you look at that 5, though, I mean, the other problems, you've got the 3, the 4, and getting nice on the 5. But if you get anywhere on that left side of the table, up above the middle pocket, you've got the cut in the 6, and the 7's down there anyway. So
yeah, I would probably not move balls. I mean, you could try moving from the 9-ball at this point, but there's enough room between that 6 and 9. I agree with you. He can just cut that.
Big area there. That's where you want to be, in that zone to make the cut.
Yep, and he's got a good angle here to get on the 6-ball. He should be able to take a real natural roll at this and get himself a beautiful angle on the 6.
See, the thing as well is it's a completely different pace match this, because Cobra won't be swayed any way other than the way he does it. Whereas Spectre Dawn, plays at a pace as well, and it might have been a good tactic to try and slow the game down a bit for his own sake, because, as I say, it was over in the blink of an eye, and that's where Mal's not going to get anything out of Cobra in that respect. He's just going to stick to his game, stick to his pace, do what works, and just keep winning racks when he can.
Yeah, Cobra, he plays at a nice pace. He's not slow. I mean, he's not as fast as Mal, but he plays at a nice pace. Those silly mistakes are costing Mal. I mean, Cobra's made some mistakes too, but he got a couple cheap ones and got up early, and Mal's going to get those back and get back in this. He's got to stop making dumb mistakes.
Well, this one looks dry, but I don't think there's a lot on here for Mal other than, and even the safety he's got to be careful with here. He might, is he going to try something desperate here? He's looking around.
This is one of those ones that could possibly push. He's going to go that way, and that's a pretty good shot.
That's not bad. The only worry I had there was when there was 6 balls near that corner pocket. I was worried he was going to try and do something acrobatic to get to start moving things about.
Well, that wouldn't be worth it, because of where the 7 is and the 1 ball's turned loose, and who knows if you're going to get a shot. I didn't like that safety mainly because he's only got 1 ball to get safe on, and he did it, but you don't get a snooker on that 8 ball and you sell out.
I'll tell you what though, Cobra's going for the pot in this one, and then he can play the billiard or the combo on the 2 and the 6. Oh well, he's got away with that one maybe.
No, I mean, this is a pretty easy kick in, and you just got to hit this with a little speed and make sure you get the cue ball out of there past the 3-5. But
wow,
this is a pretty easy kick in. You're going to want to hit it with a little running English, because you really want to hit the end rail first to get the cue ball to release past the 3-5.
Well, I don't think he likes the line off that long rail. It's somewhere near the 4 ball, or just above the 4 ball as we look like that way.
Yeah, you're going to have to hit it with a little bit of left English to open up the angle a little. Looks like he's going to jump it.
Yeah, that was always going to happen at that distance.
Well, it didn't have to, but that was a tough shot. I mean, you have to hit it perfect. I didn't like that play. I just don't understand why he didn't kick at it.
Yeah, I mean, the strangest thing about it is that when you're playing jumps at that short a distance near the rail, that either the cue ball or the object ball is going to bounce off the table more often than not, and the kick shot had to be made. As you say, it's a big target because you've got the rail and the ball fairly adjacent to one another, and I'm surprised he didn't go for that.
Yeah, really, it would be hard to miss. I mean, the only bad thing that could happen to you is hooking yourself somehow between the 3-5 or the cue ball coming down table and being hooked by the or getting on the wrong side of the 2. But even that, you're still at the table. You can play safe. You can shoot it someplace else. I just don't get shooting that jump shot there.
Now, where can this go wrong? Getting funny in the 6, where he's forced into somehow hitting the 7. That's the only way I could think it could go wrong.
Well, even if you have to bump the 7, I mean, that's still not a hard shot. I mean, I think this is pretty hard to screw up. Matter of fact, I might play this to bump the 7. I mean, it's not a hard shot to bump the 7 towards the other corner and shoot it there. That's what he's probably going to do. Well,
No, he's going to come across
no,
it.
he's going to come back. I thought the 6 was closer to the rail. Where he is there, he'll probably pull it back.
See how... See, that 7's a little bit higher up the table than the 6, so he doesn't want to be... He doesn't want to mess with it. Yeah, you see, he has run into it. Look at the cue ball. Look at the cue ball. Told you. Commentator's eye.
Why would you do that though? I mean, he had enough room. He could have pulled that back. I
Yep.
mean, the 6 ball wasn't frozen on the rail or anything where he needed to do that.
I told you funny things can happen if you don't get ideally on that 6 so that you can cleanly get it and avoid the 7. Strange things happen. We might look back in this in a few minutes' time and say, well, there you go. There's 3 racks that Mal's won because of that shot.
I think the strangest thing there was just a mental mistake. I'm very surprised he tried to go forward with that. I mean, if you were going to bump the 7, you just hit that easy. You maybe put a touch inside on it to hit the 7 a little fuller, but you don't want to slam it like that.
Well,
yeah, it just amazes me seeing players that play this good make those kind of decisions.
Oh. Well, he's done his best to hold that there, but I'll tell you, this is not easy. Yep.
No,
this is not easy. He's having to run for cover.
Yeah, well, this one's not the easiest jump shot in the world.
Oh, I'd just be feathering that.
What's that?
I'd be feathering that and running for cover again. I wouldn't fancy a jump shot at that distance.
Well, you can't feather it. He's going to have to bank it off and take the cue ball off the side rail. He can roll this at the 9 ball if he wants. I mean, he's got the 5-8-4 there for cover.
Yeah, he's going for the edge. He's going for the edge. That's what he's doing.
He's doing what you're talking about. This is a little risky. You hit this a little thick. It's in the corner pocket.
Yeah, he's nice and thin. There you go.
Good.
Got cover behind the 5. Not a difficult kick, but no guarantee of what the outcome's going to be. But I'll tell you something: if it doesn't go safe, Cobra should be out.
That was well played there.
It's not bad, but it's not good enough on VP4. He's going to jump that.
Yep.
Oh, that was a nice little roll.
That was a little touch of class there. Not sure he was trying to do that, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and call it a nice touch of class.
Oh yeah, you never admit you got lucky. You just say, I played it. Now this is where he's got to be careful as well, because again, it's strange how players manage to see that 8 ball and then it doubles in size when you're trying to get in a 3, and he's playing it well inside.
The right way. That's how you're supposed to play that, is just not take any chances at all. You get a little more angle on the 3, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a natural roll to get on this forward and hit it in the other corner pocket.
Oh, wiped its feet. Well, Cobra's just been, as usual, very deliberate. That usually gets the job done.
Yeah, he's played pretty solid. He's missed a couple balls, and he's made a couple bad decisions, but, I mean, he hasn't been sort of at a loss like Mal. Mal has just never really got anything going.
Well, he's going to be halfway home. 7-3. But he's going to have to really come off the rails one way or another, I would think, for Mal to make a dent into this deficit.
Mal's just going to have to stop making mistakes and start running racks. I think he can get back in this. There's still enough time. But he's almost at the 2-to-1 point, you know. When you get to the 2-to-1 point, that's starting to get where it's a pretty uphill battle.
Well, straightforward start here. 1, 2, 3, 5 combo. 3 ball will stay adjacent. He'll play it nice and gentle. He's going to have to play this right as well to get nicely on the 4, but I don't believe he played that to kick the 4 out.
I'm not quite sure what he was doing. You know, I mean, you could have gone in between on the low side of the 8. I thought he had an angle he could spin it up above the 8. But whatever he was trying to do, it's working out for him.
Well, his brake's got to work now. No time like the present for it to start working. Get a couple of quick racks. That's the remedy for all ills in 9 ball when you're trailing before. Doesn't look good.
Looks like a dry break.
Now, what does Cobra do here? Does he play the straight cut onto that? Is that the 4 that's up there? What ball is it? Yeah. It's the 4. And this is well, he's got a fair margin of error to chip it and just chip it in, or does he billiard it in? What does he do?
Well, where that 4 ball's sitting, that's not the easiest combo. But, you know, the pocket is tight. I'd probably shoot this straight in.
No.
He's going to duck, which...
well, that looks good to me.
That's not a bad decision.
Oh, just a wee bit too heavy.
I mean, you don't like the shot. Ducking's not a bad decision.
I think Mal will try and bank this down the right side, because that's a big pocket up top if he doesn't get it down in this bottom right. If he hits it with enough pace, that is. Nope, he isn't interested.
Yeah, I like that play. That's what he needs to do, is tighten up and not give anything away. He shoots that bank and misses it, and, you know, I mean, he can't afford to give anything away.
Well, that was a sensible shot, because I'm pretty certain if that was Stubb, he would have banked it up and down. If he didn't get it in this bottom right, the 4 ball up top would have made that a bigger pocket. I think Stubb wouldn't have refused that. Well, this 9 ball, if he gets, he can obviously only hit the right side of the 1 as we look, so the 9 ball's going to push this 1 ball left towards this left corner pocket. In fact, he's actually missed the 9, which is a surprise. But it doesn't matter anyway, the 1 ball's well in play, and Mal should be out.
Now let's see what he does here. He's probably going to come back.
Let's have a look at this 9 ball. 9 balls off the rail.
Yep. Well, barring something silly, Mal's going to win this game. Yeah, that was interesting. I would always gone forward with that ball.
Well, he's He's not going to come back a great deal off this, simply because the middle pocket was there. So now he's going to have to just get the pace in this right. He could end up squaring this 8-ball, and that's where you don't want to be.
That's a smart thing to do. What he just did there. Pace is a little
Yep.
touchy. Just take it to the other rail. Don't even mess around. As long as you're confident in the line you're going to take off that end rail, you can shoot that shot. If you're not sure where the cue ball is going, then that shot gets risky.
Well, we know the 9's off the rail, so there's not a problem here. So, back to within 2. Looks a fairly straight rack from here.
Yeah, well, that decision to play safe was something that paid off for him. And look at this break.
Oh, well, he's out here. I think we can say the brake's working this time.
Yeah, this is pretty much connect the dots there. And this is a good kind of rack for Mal because it's going to help him get in rhythm. Just boom, 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 boom.
Well, he's got to be careful here, though. I think he can skim
just
past
draw
the
this
7.
back.
Yeah, just skim past the 7.
Yeah, he's fine. He's got to be starting to feel good about what's going on here. I mean, if you're going to win one of these tournaments, you're going to be a champion. You're going to have matches like this where you're down and you're going to have to be able to come back.
Yeah.
And win.
Ball again, couple of
Another
balls.
Good break. Well, watch out, 8-ball.
He's got a thin cut.
He's got it.
Yep. Now, what does he do here though? Because did he want to take too much on in this cue ball and try and come down the right side, or did he want to try and miss the 8?
Down in between the 3 and the 9, just like this, because that's the ball it wants, where it wants to roll. Now, I would have hit it harder and played the 3 in the corner pocket by the 6 and 9. He's gotten himself a little funny here.
Well, this is, well, he looks as if he's going. I'm looking at the line. Well, I think he's still studying the shot, but I thought he was looking at the left middle pocket there for some strange reason.
Well, that's probably his best shot.
And it ain't there.
Yeah, I don't know if he just understroked it or didn't play it right. I would have thought the shot was to play it in the pocket by the 6-9. And then if you come up short, you still have it in the side pocket. I mean, he came up way short. But you never know what somebody's trying to do. I mean, he might have just underhit what he was planning to play. He certainly had it on the right line.
Well, that could be a vital chance gone, though. You know, he was getting into a rhythm there. Nice couple of breaks.
He would have been tied up, and instead it's going to be 8-6.
Cobra's looked at this twice. Well, he's probably safer just running through and coming into the middle of the table again with this shot. I mean, that's the simplest one to do it. Make sure you just get high enough up the table again to somewhere where the 7-ball is right now. Oh, he's killing it. A slight angle on it, but he's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's normally the way I play it in real life, is what he just did. You just have to have good control of the draw, because it's got to be just a little bit of backspin when it gets to the 7-ball.
See, this angle here he's got, you'd like to have slightly more so you could go at the side rail and come down for the 9, but he doesn't. He's having to stun it hard because the angle wasn't great, but he's got there.
Yeah, I mean, at the angle he had the 8-ball in the pocket, it'd be hard to miss it, even hitting it hard.
Well, the match could have turned in Mal's favour there in that rack, but it's gone. Now that one's going right to left. The one's further right than the 8 ball. Ball in the break. Oh, he's going to have a shot in the one.
Shot.
Twos. Well, he's got to watch. Just kill the pace in this cut in the one, just to make sure he can see the two. Unless again he takes a big, if he wants to take a risk and try and split the 8 and the 9 and go back up the table, but he's probably going to try and hold it.
You just roll it easy, just like that.
Yeah.
Now the way I would play this 3 is I would go 4 rails to the 5. So just roll forward slightly on the 2, make sure you have a lot of angle, and then go 4 rails and shoot the 5 in the side pocket. And the reason why I do that is it's very easy to get a good line off that 4th rail to that 5 ball. He's not going to do that, but that's a pretty automatic
something like
shot,
that.
and it's easy to control the speed because when it hits the 4th rail, the English is killing it and making it go straight on a line towards the 5 ball.
Well, this is just a big draw into a space with a look at this.
Yeah. I think watching people play VP, the thing that most players lack, the good players, is that ability to play 4 or 5 rail shape. And it comes up, and sometimes it's really a good thing to do. Of all the VP players, the one that I've seen do that most is Stubb, where he'll play those kind of shots.
Oh dear, I don't like the look of this. Well,
see, that's what's wrong with that kind of shot. The shot that I was saying was pretty much automatic. I mean, it was almost guaranteed you were going to get on the 5 ball.
Well, the shot that Keith mentioned there, that the 5 is going to the corner, I think Keith was thinking something along the lines of him potting what was it? Was it a 3 ball and coming across here and taking the 5 long past the 7? Because that. But
I think the 5 does go past the 7 there.
Yeah.
Which that would have been a better choice.
That's a good recovery. Now, I mean, he can nurse this in and come down in the gap between the 8 and 9. He doesn't want to be doing much with the cue ball here.
Yeah, I like that shot he just shot there. Something soft.
Yeah, 8 into the middle.
He's just guaranteeing he's not gonna hook himself.
Oh, what's the line he's got in this 8 ball? Well, he's dead straight. He just wants to.
He just rolls it and hits it in the corner. Yep, just like that.
Well, yeah, I think he wanted to roll through another couple inches just for comfort's sake.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but this isn't a ball you should be missing. Although I honestly think it's easier to miss this ball in VP more than real life, although that may just be me.
Well, what we got now? 3 rack lead. Cobra 4 away. Ball in the break. And how's this 1 ball? What went down? The 3 ball's gone. Well, he's going to.
This is a good opportunity to play a 2-way shot. Shoot this 1 ball in the side pocket. And as long as you don't miss it long, where you hit the long titty, if it comes up a little short, you're going to get a safety out of this. I would be shooting this and trying to bring the cue ball back in the area the 1 ball is at right here now.
Yeah, you've got a shot in the 2.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you can really mess up is hitting the long tip. This is a nice opportunity for a 2-way shot.
Let's see if he's thinking this along the same lines.
Well, he hit that awful hard. He might get away with it. He hit that too hard. I'm not sure why he hit it so hard, because look, even if we would have made the one, he's hooked. Yeah, all he had to do was hit that a little easier, and he was golden.
Mal using the 4-ball as a stopper, but he's not got cover. Now this is just a little bit fiddly. Can he see enough of that to stun it up the table? He might even risk the bank here if he can see enough of it, but maybe not.
No, he can go straight up table and put this cue ball right on the 2-ball. That's the play here. Is
bank
put
it up the middle
right behind the 2 and bring the 1-ball straight up the table. If it runs into the 6 or whatever, it doesn't matter, because you're going to lock him on the 2-ball. And this is the kind of shot that players should practice, because this comes up a lot. See, he went the other way. He tried. I don't know if he's trying to make it or what, but I would have banked that 1-ball straight up the table towards the 6 and stuck the cue ball right on top of that 2-ball. That safety shot comes up a lot in pool.
Now, well, this is really the problem ball in the rack, the 4-ball. If we're going to V1.
He's got choices. He could have shot that where he is, or he could have shot it on the side. I mean, he had a lot of choices there.
This is a bit testy. Yeah, he's not interested, is he? Oh, I thought he was going to roll up there. He's played it well. I thought he was playing safe. I'm trying to read the chat and see what he's doing.
Yeah, Mal tends to play area shape, which I think is a good way to play in VP.
Steve, what does that say? Steve, do you think you will join other World Championship commentary?
Well, I'm planning on doing the final match in this one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about other World Championship besides this one, yeah, probably I'll do some of them.
Well, it's back to within
I'd love to
2.
do one with 1 pocket. That would really be a lot of fun.
What went there? The 1 and the 3 have gone.
Yeah, he's going to need to play some sort of safety here. He may just try to roll this. And that's not a bad play where the 6-ball is, because the 6-ball provides cover for the kick.
I like this as a 2-in-1 shot. If you push the 2 through and you play the lock up on the 5, the 2 goes to the end rail. And if you play the cue ball right, you lock it.
Yeah, you can't get it on the 5. You'd have to hit the 2 too hard. He's going to have to be short of the 5, but he needs to get the 2-ball on the end rail. And it's going to make the...
I don't know that was a shot.
I didn't like that shot. Real easy to leave the 2-ball out too far, which is, I think, what he did.
Well, here's another chance to lock up behind the 5. You've just got to be confident enough to play them in VP4, but you can lock this cue ball onto the 5.
He's got the shot on the 2-ball. He's got almost a full pocket.
Yeah.
I agree. He's got the safety too, but I think that the smart thing here is just shoot the ball. That safety's a little touchy.
This is tight. He's trying to use all the pocket, and he has done. Good shot. Yeah, a 1-pocket World Championship is definitely for the connoisseurs.
Well, unfortunately, more people don't play, and you know, I'm not sure why, to be honest with you. It's the most interesting pool game. It takes the most skill. It has the most strategy, but I think it's just one of those games that most of these players haven't played in real life, and you know, they just don't don't really get the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's an awful lot of there wouldn't be anywhere near as many people would sign up for it as signed up for this, but even then, a lot of the ones that would sign up for it would be totally at a loss strategy wise. I know I am, but
Well, I mean, that's why you gotta start playing one pocket. You've got to get in there. I mean, Hairpig seems like he's saying he must have some clue how to play one pocket. He says he wants in on the commentary, so that's what you do is when you're in the lobby and see Hairpig in there, you ask him to play some one pocket, and that's how you learn is playing with people that know how to play.
yeah, well, I would certainly advise anybody who thought of entering the tournament, if we had one, to go and practice and watch a few one pocket matches on YouTube, because there's loads of one pocket matches on YouTube, and see how these guys play it, because you're going to get torn to shreds at one pocket if you don't have any strategy in your game.
Yeah, I will warn you if you watch things on YouTube. If you watch somebody like a Tony Chohan, uh, he's a great one pocket player, but he plays a lot of shots that are extremely difficult. And if you haven't played one pocket and you go in there and you try to shoot the shots he's trying to shoot, you're going to not do very well because they're very difficult to execute. He makes them look easy, but they're not.
Well, after all of that, Mal is back to within one, and he's come up dry, and just at the wrong time when he's breathing down Cobra's neck.
Yep. Well, Cobra made a mistake last rack. We'll see what happens this rack. Yeah, if you were going to watch some one pocket, I'd watch somebody like a Warren Kiamko because he's just a real solid player. He's a champion, great player, but he doesn't play any kind of real fancy stuff. He doesn't shoot a lot of crazy things, and he'd be a better guy to look at. Yeah, last time I played at Derby, my two losses were to Billy Thorpe, who won the one pocket, and Warren Kiamko.
What was you getting, Steve? What was you getting spotted?
No, nothing. I mean,
Nothing.
At Derby City, it's a tournament.
Oh, that's
no spot.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's not that easy playing champions heads up, but I mean, I've had my wins against them, but not too much in one pocket. My one pocket game's not that strong. Yeah, he's saying Jeremy Jones. Yeah, Jeremy Jones is a fine player. Knows a lot about one pocket too. Well, it looks like Cobra's going to get out here.
Yeah, Mal saying in the chat, the break, that's what just when he needed a break, he didn't get it.
Now, I like going forward with this because it's a natural. All you have to do is roll this ball and you're going to get a good shot on the 7. Just like that. That's the thing is even if you've got balls you have to be between, if it's a natural shot where you don't have to do anything with the cue ball, then you're going to be successful. As soon as you have to go between balls and you're starting to spin things up and draw it, and then it becomes a maybe.
Well, double figures for Cobra. 3 away. Well, there's no.
Well, RD Techie, I don't know if that's completely true. I mean, there's some great one pocket players that are very well known to the public. Chohan being one of them, Scott Frost being another one. I mean, there's a lot of guys the public's not going to know. Or, well, when I say public, maybe public isn't you guys. I mean, like, Justin Hall's a great one pocket player, but everybody here knows that. I mean, over in Europe, they probably don't because
no,
they don't see much one pocket.
That's exactly it. You'll never see one pocket on any on any sports stream over here in this part of the world. Now, what's Cobra got himself into here? Well, looks as if he's looks as if he was winding up for the pot there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little touchy draw safe you can play here where you just slide that cue ball over behind the 9-5. You can't really roll this, or I wouldn't try to. I think he's going to shoot the ball.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Yep,
He's played it well. Okay, in fact, he's just going to go off the rail and out, and 4 ball past the 8 would seem to be the shot. I don't think he wants to do anything else with the line that he's got in this 3 ball.
Yeah, I mean, you can stop it and go 2 or 3 rails. The only problem with doing that is the angle where that 4 ball is. It's hard to get to the 3rd rail and get what you want on the 5. I think what he did is probably a better choice.
Now, what would you do here, Steve? Because you've got enough angle
down the table.
Yeah.
I mean, because you got to hit it too hard to go the other way.
Yeah.
He's putting just a little inside and coming straight down the table, and I think that's the right shot.
The inside pushes it left. He doesn't want to finish on the rail if you can help it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were going to do something to make a mistake, you better overcooking the English there than coming up under.
Yeah, he'll just jack up a bit.
Yeah, he's got a lot of choices here. He could go forward if he wants. He could jack up a little. I mean, I like having a lot of angle on that 8 ball and going 3 rails, shape on the 9. That's what he's going to do. See, I like this shot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd want to be right on that rail, but I like the angle. Because he's going to have to hit this with a fair amount of right English.
Give it a pop off the side rail, short rail, opposite side rail. 1, 2. Oh, he's going the narrow way. Is he going to get there? He's just getting there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing you don't want to do with that shot is overrun it. That's the preferred kind of spot to be aiming for, is where he ended up. I think Dennis Okoye. Well, Dennis Okoye is one of the best one-pocket players. He's one of the best pool players, period. I wouldn't say that he moves as good as some of the other guys, but his shot making and position play is so strong that, I mean, he can run out from everywhere.
The gap is 3. The gap to the finishing line is 2.
Pot I've won. Well, in one evening, it was 60-something hundred, like 6,600, 6,700, something like that. That was gambling, not a tournament. In a tournament, it's been about 5,000. Billy Cardona. Well, yeah, I mean, he's an old-time guy. There's a guy here, nicknamed Black Bart, who he's like, he's 80 or 81 now, but I used to go down and play with him, and he just won a couple of years ago. They have a super senior 70 and over one-pocket tournament, and he won that, beat all those guys. Well, that's hard to argue with Slim. I mean, he's the best pool player that's ever lived. I mean, he's certainly the best one-pocket player that's ever lived. All right, let's see what's going on here. Well, that's a smart shot. Play the two-way shot. And you might be better off just having missed that, because the 3 to the 4 was going to be very tough from where he was at. And I think this is a pretty good opportunity to get back to the table and do something.
Well, I mean, the line's there to kick the one. If he gets lucky, he could kick it into the middle pocket. If he just cuts across it, you never know.
Yeah, he could. That's not an easy shot though. I mean, it's not a super high percentage kick shot.
Yeah, he's well away from it. But the good thing is, he's not done anything silly that's going to break up the 3-9. He's going to leave that to Mal.
That 9 ball really doesn't go. I mean, you might be able to make it, throw it enough, but I would not shoot that carom shot there. It's pretty tight. You've got to throw that 9 ball a fair amount to make it.
Yeah.
I think he's going to try to bust it up here.
Where's the 3-ball? He's caught it. He's caught it the right side.
Yeah, that's a very good shot because there's all kinds of ways that wasn't going to come out good.
Now, what do you do about this 6 and 8? You try and do something like that. He's made it worse. Well, that's maybe chancing your arm maybe once too often there. Well, he's gone again. He's got it this time.
Yeah, and he got the second little ticky that kept it from getting funny again.
Full marks for perseverance. He gave it 2 or 3 goes to get there. He's got it.
That was very well played there too. Missed the 9 ball. Yeah, I mean the tough thing about pool is the bad shots hurt you a lot more than good shots help you. You can just play beautiful shot after beautiful shot, and all it takes is one stinker to ruin everything.
Well, I think now, provided Mal gets out, this is pretty much last chance saloon for the break to work and turn this match right now. Trailing by 2 with the break. It needs to happen.
Yeah, he's running out of room here. He needs to get something going. Yeah, it's not looking good.
Oh, I'll tell you what as well. Is that one just hidden? Oh, it's far too tight.
Yeah, he can shoot this 1 ball. Well, no, he can't. I'm looking at down it. He cannot shoot that 1 ball. Good play here is kicking behind it.
And well,
I like kicking behind this.
You know the danger with that though, don't you? If he gets a spin on this, he could easily scratch if he comes off it.
If he gets all the way behind it where he's kicking it more,
kick it full.
Like if he kicks it at the direction of the 8 ball, the cue ball is going to go right behind the 9.
Oh, he's hit it the wrong side.
Yeah, he really had to spin that, maybe even mass 8 a little to get behind it far enough, but he came out good. Well, it doesn't look good now. It's shot by Mal, and now this is the rack right here. He's got to figure out how to get on this 3-ball.
Oh,
that's
well,
not going to do it.
He's done for with that shot, I'm afraid. Can he get to the 3 between 4 and 8?
No,
I don't think he can.
I mean, he could jump the edge of the 4 if he wants, which might not be a bad play.
Now, was that a legal hit? It was too quick for my eye to catch it.
It looked like just a blast, though. I mean, that looked like a little bit of frustration. That was blasted and hope. That looked like a stub shot. Have I ever played Brumback? No, I have not played Brumback. I've watched him play Banks quite a bit. I have played Efren a couple times. Last time was in a tournament, went hill with him and got nervous and played a bad safety and lost. As far as me watching Efren play, boy, I could show you some shots he shot that were pretty incredible. I think I told this story before about Efren online, didn't I? About him and Butera? Slim, did you ever hear the story about Efren and Lou Butera?
I don't think I have.
Yeah, Machine Gun Lou. He is a very good friend of mine.
Anyway, tell the story before the match is over, Steve. Hurry up.
Okay, well, when Efren first got here, he's playing Lou, and they go hill in this match, and Lou plays this killer lockup safety, and Efren plays this 4-rail kick and takes a cue ball, runs it about 3 feet behind a couple other balls. Lou loses the match, and he's all pissed off because Efren got lucky. And one thing about Lou was he hated luck. So he's all ticked off, ranting and raving that Efren got lucky on him. And about 4 hours later, he's in the practice room, and Efren's showing the other Filipinos this shot, and he's shooting it over and over and over again, successfully. So, at that point, no one had ever seen anybody kick like Efren, and it was such a tough kick shot. Lou thought he got lucky, and it was just a great shot.
I do remember you telling us,
Lou
Steve.
was on the CD for VP1.
Yeah, Machine Gun Lou running the rack in, what was it, a minute or something?
Yeah, great guy. I mean, he holds the world record. He ran 150 out in a straight pool tournament in 20 minutes, which is just freaking phenomenal. I don't think anybody's come close to that.
Well, Cobra on the hill, leading by 3.
Well, this isn't over, but Mal may need a little help at this point.
Oh, ball in the break. How's the shot going to be? Well, there ain't one, but he's going to have Mal in a lot of trouble in a minute.
Yeah,
Serious trouble.
You look to put this on the 9-ball.
Yep. Right in the
just
corner.
Gotta spin it soft, and you want to hit the long rail first and come into that little angle and just bump it. Kind of like Mal did when he hooked himself. Same sort of shot, except you're doing it on purpose. It's a little tricky because it's a little sensitive. I mean, the speed is tricky.
Well, what's he doing here?
He's not looking at shooting that, and I'm not sure why, because I mean, he's got the 6-ball there too, so even if he doesn't get hooked on the 9, the 6-ball is going to hook it. I mean, this is.
I don't know what.
Believe he's not looking to spin this over to the 9-ball.
That's what I can't understand. Why is he not doing it? It's the most obvious shot. And
yeah, I mean,
well, he's going to find himself in trouble in a minute if Mal can see this one, because Mal's going to do it.
I just don't get that. He had just a gift safety shot. He's sitting right close to it, spin it right over. I mean, he couldn't. He was either going to have a good safe or a great safe out of that, and.
Well, Mal's missed it.
Spin the ball over enough.
Yeah.
Well, that was the right shot. It just wasn't executed. I mean, that shot, you got to make sure, if anything, you're long on that 9-ball, because you could have come off the side rail and bumped it, but being short was no good.
I wonder what Cobra saw there that he didn't like about playing in behind the 9, because it's staring him in the face, that shot. And he's going to get away with it. 2-9 for the match.
Yep.
Oh dear. Well, I think he'd like to take that again. That was awful.
Yeah, he hit that pretty hard. Sometimes you think, well, I'll hit this hard, so if it doesn't go, the 9-ball doesn't hang in the pocket. But the reality of it is, at that point, I still would have hit it soft, because Mal's probably going to run out anyways.
Yeah, he had to give it every chance to go in, but
he's got himself a little funny here.
He's definitely done it.
Blast and 3-railer.
Oh, now
on the stroke to get there. Look at this.
Oh dear. Well, this is. I mean, he could kick this in if he gets the line onto the 5. If he looks as if he's going to jump it, I don't know why. I'd still prefer to kick it.
Well, Mal could have been, quarter inch either way on that 4-ball and been fine. He was just in like the worst possible spot on it.
No, I don't know.
I would definitely play this kick shot, and I'll tell you why. You play this 2 rails because the cue ball is going to come down table.
Well, what a shot.
Well, if you can do that, why play the kick shot? Yeah.
And is he gonna try and do anything with this 6? I think he has to.
No, he can make this without doing anything with it.
Where's the cue ball going? Well,
I'm not sure what that was. I mean, the 6 ball went in the corner pocket. The 8 wasn't in the way.
He had to get
wow.
pretty good on it. Well, some strange things going on in this last rack. The strangest one being...
He might be able to see the edge of this. Yeah, he can. Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of funny decisions happening.
Well, this 6 is getting cut, by the way. This is in. This 6 ball, that 8 ball's a good guide.
There's just enough to see it where you can shoot it. Don't really have any choice here, do you?
No, there's not many options available other than go for the pot. Go for the match. That's not going to get there. Gone to the rail too soon. Mal lives again.
Boy.
Well, this time he ain't going to mess with it. He's going to be straight across the table, staring down this 8 ball.
Get off the rail.
Could have done with it been a bit closer, though, I have to say. Well, this match should have been over. I mean, just think, if Cobra had locked him up behind that 9, this could have been done and dusted, I think.
Yep. Yeah, Keith, you're right. There is a lot of ass pucker in here.
Well, now the break can work for Mal. No, it's not. Where's the 2 ball going? 2 balls gone. Yep. But, well, he's certainly not potting the 1 into that pocket. If he is, he's going to have to have laser eye surgery to get that, and it's going to go in off the jaw, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's possible to make it. He's got a pocket.
Oh, good shot. I would never have got that. I would never trust my eyes.
He's on the 50-yard line on this one, though.
Oh, dear. Well, he's living on the edge here, Mal. But, well, he's got to be out. He's got to be out.
If you can make enough great shots in a row and not miss the gimme shots, and he might be okay.
Well, he's odds on to have the break shot for Hill. Now he just needs to got to get good in the 8. Get good in the 8. Well, he's going to roll it, I think, or is he? He's just gone in between either.
He's going to probably draw it to the other side rail. Nope, he did roll it. I like that choice better. That's, you can see the line you're coming off that ball. That's a better way to play it.
Well, here we go.
Mal's just lack continuity today. It's like every time he gets something where he looks like he's starting to roll, then he makes a mistake or gets bad luck.
Well, this is a break that matters. Until the next one, that is.
Well, everything at this point is going to matter.
Well, what matters is it's dry. There's half a shot in the 1. And I say half a shot, it's a thin one. If he's going to cut it to the middle.
And it's a little tricky to get on the 2 ball here.
No.
I would be looking at trying to run into the 5 ball because, you just don't want to hit the 5 ball too hard. You could get hooked. See how he tries to play it.
Well, he's got the cut. He's got the run. He's going to just brush the 5.
That was a well-played shot there. That was very nice.
He's just hampered.
Especially because he did what I said to do.
That
makes it better.
Well, what about calling this one, Steve? What about trying to pot the 2 and then just billiard the 9 in while you're at it?
Boy, I don't like trying to do that kind of stuff because you never know how the cue ball is going to come up. I think he can just soft draw this and shoot the 3. He may not want to jack up, but he could soft draw this and keep and hold the cue ball.
He's had 2 looks at this 9 ball.
I don't like that. I don't like doing anything too crazy.
I think he's maybe worried about running into the 6. I think that's the problem and where he's going to finish, and that's, well, it's not bad. He's got a cut.
Yeah, I would not have played it like that, but he got away with it. I thought he could have jacked up and just soft drawn it and held the ball.
Well, the 6 will help him here as well, because that'll keep him in line for the 4. And I don't think he can avoid the 6.
He's going to be at the end of the table, but unless he wants to hit it harder. Yeah, that's wise. Trying to blast, that's never a good idea.
Well, I'm going to stick my neck out. This match is over. Oh, there's Matt arrived. Good evening, Matt. You've arrived at the right time. Bit of inside.
Yeah, he's got himself a little angle here, so he can just go forward. Just got to make sure you don't put yourself on the 7. You got to decide which side you're going on of it.
Oh, this is definitely all over Mooncake. This is done. What can go wrong here? Well, what can go wrong here is getting from the 6 to the 7, believe it or not.
Yeah, this should be pretty easy. I mean, I think he'll just draw it up the rail.
Now, he's not going to fall into the old trap of banging it off the side rail and scratching the right middle pocket, is he?
No, I think he's just going to soft draw this right up the rail and leave a little angle on the 7, then go forward off the end rail.
Hmm.
Well,
yeah, that's a good. That is a good pace shot. You've got to be confident enough to play a shot as good as that to get it nailed right onto the 7. You've got to be every faith in your stroke. That's what you need. He doesn't want to go too far inside. He's fine.
No, he's good.
Well, it looks very likely that Cobra's taken Mal out twice in this tournament. But this one.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if what you were talking about earlier, whether Cobra's pace of play got to Mal, because he just never really got it going.
Well, it's done. Cobra through by 13 racks to 11, and now going to face Real Poland Power in the final race to 25. We should have an update as to when that's going to be. It won't be too long. It will be sometime during the week. Hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday maybe. I don't know when the deadline is. When is the deadline? Let's have a quick look. What's the deadline in the bracket? This is the... What's today's date? The 15th? Or the 16th?
Today is the 16th.
So they've got until the 21st. So that's the end of the week anyway. That's 5 days away. So there's plenty of time. So probably sometime midweek towards the end of the week maybe we'll have a date for the final. And I hope you guys can be there. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for Steve's company. And as Steve says, he should be there for the final, provided it's at a reasonable time, which it should be, because Cobra starts early in the morning, a bit like me, so he won't play anything late at night.
Yeah, end of the week, let's see, when is the 21st? This is Friday. I could potentially have a conflict on the 21st. I think any other day is good for me.
Well, I reckon they'll probably try and set it for maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, or possibly Thursday. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it'll be Friday somehow. In fact, I'll drop a hint that it won't be, and we'll see if we can get it sorted out. So anyway, Steve, we won't keep you from your work. No doubt you'll have things to do. Thanks for joining. And
thank you, Hugh, and thanks everybody for watching.
Yep. Good night or good afternoon, and take care. We'll see you again soon. Oh, one last thing, guys, before I go, because I've forgotten again. Let's have a look at the... I keep forgetting to look at these stats. One quick look. Because I don't think either of these players made a big impact on the racks ran. Let's have a look. Where are we? Wrong one. Let's see. Well, we've got Cobra. Cobra's now in front on 45. Stubbs on 40. And Cobra looks like he's in with a strong chance of winning the $1,000 V bonus. Stubbs trailing by 5, and of course it's only those two guys in the final. Stubbs got a good chance of catching him if he gets his break going to get that bonus 1,000. Let's have a look at the common stats to see the shot percentage. Albinari, of course, out the tournament now. Cobra's on 84.6. Mal, of course, 83.4, and Stubb 82. So Cobra's at the top on all fronts at the moment with the percentage and everything. So well done to Cobra, unlucky to Mal. And that's, I mean, there's a couple of strange. You need to watch and listen to Steve, because there was a couple of strange things went on during the match that we were wondering. I don't know. First of all, me and Steve couldn't work out why Cobra didn't lock Mal up behind that 9. What he didn't like about it, and other strange things. But it's amazing how you see things different when you're actually playing in the game than watching the game. There's loads of different things goes on in people's heads. But, well, good luck in the final, Cobra. Because Stubbs got it as good as one, remember. So, Steve, I don't know whether you guys arrived before Steve left, but Steve wants to be there for the final. But he won't probably be there if it's on Friday. So, if it's like, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, that would be fine for me, because that's my days off. If it was going to be Thursday, then Thursday at 7 o'clock would be ideal for me, because that way I go back to work on Friday morning. So Thursday, I mean, a race to 25, Thursday 7 o'clock, could be 3 hours, could be 10 o'clock. That would be fine. What does that mean? 2 to 10 during the week. 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 10 at night. Yeah, so if you're away on Friday, obviously it's not going to be Friday, so that'll be fine as far as Steve's concerned. So this is the 16th, Monday's the 17th, Tuesday's the 18th, Wednesday's the 19th, Thursday's the 20th, Friday's the 21st. You've only got until the 21st. That's the deadline, is Friday. So you've got to play it. You've got to really play it midweek. If you can't, if obviously Friday's no good, Sunday's too late, because that's past the deadline date. So today's the 16th, Monday's the 17th, Tuesday's the 18th, Wednesday's the 19th, Thursday's the 20th, and Friday's the deadline date, the 21st. So it's going to have to be the Thursday then. And I'd think that you know, maybe 6:30 Thursday if you're up early Friday, because you might be in the same boat as me. Anyway, guys, I'm sure we'll get something sorted out. Thanks you all for watching. Good luck to Stubb. Good luck to Cobra in the final. Let's hope it's a good match. And until then, I hope you can join us for the final. Race to 25. I'll be there if it's at a suitable time. I'll certainly be there. So I will see you again soon, no doubt. So the chat's going to go in a second, guys. I'm going to go for a coffee.